Hi Rebecca,
Hello, hello.
how
Long
are you
time
doing?
no see. I'm okay. I survived my finals and I'm back home.
Okay. Oh, nice.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So you're back home in the sense you're from China actually?
I'm not from China, I'm from Singapore. So I was studying
Okay.
in China, yeah.
Okay, so you're from Singapore, but you're currently studying in China, right?
Yes, that's correct. Same as Ding Xiang.
Oh, nice. The reason is I'm a bit confused. I know last weekend I met Siddharth Venkat, and he was telling me that you are from China.
Sid, I think I told Sid. Sid is either very bad
I,
at comprehension or he just forgot.
okay.
I think he must have
Okay.
mixed up. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sid.
Nice. Nice, Rebecca. So, is there any other people who are joining with
There
us?
should be. I think the whole transition thing is a bit confusing. So I'm trying to see if they saw the WeCom message. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Got it.
But actually in the
Yeah.
meantime, do you want to share more about
hmm
why you guys um so you guys want to buy 10% more of Baba? Because right now we own about 14%.
Okay. So in Merito Team Club already we are owning 10%. Is that right?
What do you mean?
So Rebecca, you know, right? I'm from Merito Club. I'm leading the club Merito, right?
Uh-huh.
So so already we purchased Alibaba. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so last time we had a team, so Olivia and Jing Xiang here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually worked on Alibaba and then we bought about 14% of our portfolio now. So right now our
Got
portfolio
it.
like is it's about 14% of Alibaba and then about
hmm
40% of BYD. So we have about
Okay.
42% cash that we can still deploy.
Got it. Yes, Olivia. I think we can increase the allocation to another 10%. Right. The reason is me and Olivia did had a conversation like personally regarding the Alibaba's investment decision, right? So I
Mhm.
was not previously, I was not particularly favorable towards investing in China,
Yeah, so
right? So
I'm quite surprised because I remember Ophir and you were always not super, supportive of looking into China.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was like,
you're right. Like yeah, I changed my mind recently. The reason is I read couple of fund managers interviews, right? Their perspective about China, right? That really sounded me correct, right? So basically, Rebecca, we have to accept the fact that we are retail investors, right? We have not got any right information. But hearing from people like CIO of Bridgewater, right? Bridgewater Associate, like they have got a lot of facts around them. So if they are forming an opinion, then it's a good sign. I should definitely consider it. Definitely, I won't be considering their stock options, but since they are talking favorable towards China, and also they have got really proven facts, so that really made me to change their mind towards China, and also my thesis to increase the allocation for Alibaba. Yeah,
wait, what exactly did you read that, what point made
I think perfect. So I'll share the interview with you in the DM as well in the group as well. So it was from Bridgewater Associate, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was from Bridgewater Associate CIO. Okay, so she was explaining everything about the China, macro, Russia, everywhere, right? And she clearly mentioned that why China had, China's valuation is very low, right? So I thought previously the valuation is justified because China's economy is bad, right? But then later on, I got to know it's not the case, right? China is really undervalued, right? So that's why I changed my mind, Rebecca. Yeah. I'll share the article with you so that you can also understand briefly. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then so again back to the question. You're thinking that 14% now is not enough? You want to add 10% or
Yeah, I want to add 10 percentage.
10%, so that would make okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
basically, how it works now is that the I think we just have to pitch this to the club, but it would be better if you guys have some kind of something on writing, like I don't know. I
Sure,
think
Rebecca.
because we need to
Sure,
settle
Rebecca. We are
because
definitely sure, Rebecca. We'll
level
do
that
that.
we're comfortable with. But I think we might need to see
Mm-hmm.
something that's a clearer outline of why exactly we
Got
want
it.
more. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect, Rebecca. Makes sense. Sure, Rebecca. We will do that and get back to you.
Actually, could you
Yeah.
loop in Xingxiang on this? So Xingxiang
Sure.
and Olivia
Yeah.
were the original people looking at Alibaba.
Okay, the thing is,
Okay.
Yeah.
wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, like personally, my views about Baba has changed a little bit since like when we bought it. Cause okay, can I just check what was the cost price when we bought it? It was around 90 something.
Let me check. I think so. Then it went down for a bit. Yeah. Let me see. Wait, was it 100 or something? Wait, let me check.
Might be low hundreds, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 100 something.
Low hundreds. But the thing is, I
Mm.
think Baba is the problem with Baba now is I think that they are it's not Baba per se's problem. It's just that I think I recently saw a graph of the split in the um like e-commerce in China, and TikTok is just gaining so much from all the other companies,
Mhm.
and I feel like because e-commerce is still a big part, like this e-commerce industry is just so competitive now that
Yeah.
it might not be worth it to buy Baba solely because of like e-commerce.
Wow.
I'm like
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, Baba might be better after the split.
Okay. After, sorry, what? Speed.
Because they're splitting into 6 divisions, right? And they are planning to list them separately.
Oh,
you're saying we
I
buy the
see.
cloud one after it's
Yeah, I'm
split.
saying we buy the cloud because if we
Okay.
do invest like
Mm-hmm.
now after the split, it means that we'll be holding all the different divisions,
Other
and
stuff, yeah.
yeah, correct. It might not be like
Oh, got it, guys. Sure, definitely. So, Sachin, that makes sense. Completely makes sense. Once the Alibaba is split down into 6 stages, 6 companies, then we can buy the cloud. I think that sounds really good. So, my thesis about Alibaba is very simple. Of course, I'm completely aware of the fact that it has so much, intense competition in the field, right? So, my only thesis is like it is very undervalued, right? So just for the kind of, I would say, in the 2 year time frame, there is a good probability it can go up, right?
yeah, I do agree
I use
it's
the word,
undervalued.
yeah, cool. So yes, Chan, like like as you mentioned, right? If the split is coming on, then we can wait and see. So do you have any idea when the split is coming on for Alibaba?
I only know that they separated. They're starting to split, but there's no clear indication of when they're gonna do the actual like the
Okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
the whole sequence that happened was that we bought it first and then they announced that they were gonna split. And then we were thinking, what are we gonna do? And
Mm-hmm.
so like I think at the point when we bought in, we
Mm-hmm.
were also pricing in that most people were taking a discount because like general e-commerce was bad. But then now I think if we buy more now with the knowledge that we could be buying a more specific group of the
Mm-hmm.
business, like Vinha said, like it doesn't make sense valuation wise either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think whatever
Mm-hmm.
work, can I like just ask whatever work you've done with Olivia Emery
Mm-hmm.
right now, has it been put into writing?
No, it was a presentation slides actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, could
Yeah.
you just like upload it into like a Baba folder on
Sure, sure.
Because basically
Sure, Rebecca, I'll do that.
end
Mm-hmm.
of the month, Shinya is like, okay, like we're gonna stop using Recom. Everybody needs to get onto luck or they'll disappear and then we'll have to move you guys again. So I think like for your like keeping stuff that you guys write or like slides, like PowerPoint slides that you guys make, you can just like put
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty like I think I tried it just now. It's pretty like straightforward, pretty user friendly. So I think
Yeah.
yeah, we just like I think I think he made a folder called Z Research, and then under Z
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Research, there's like the memo,
Hmm.
and then I think you can set up individual folders for individual.
Sure.
And then if it happens, I think his whole point is that if it happens to be that uh
Mm-hmm.
Greater China buys, okay, they're not. I don't think they do, but if they buy like a stock that we already own, then it's
Mm-hmm.
the same folder, but you can still like mark it as Marito so that we know that
Mm-hmm.
at least this was written by who. But yeah, I can just like plop the
Yeah.
PowerPoint there, and then I think that would
Sure,
be
Rebecca.
yeah. Okay.
Sure, Rebecca. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I think, first Lark is, to me also, it sounds kind of, not user friendly. But I think, it's just about using the new platform, right? So I think once we start using it regularly, it won't be like that. There won't be any friction
I think
between
the
us, right?
problem with
So,
Recom was that it just had too many bugs, like about
hmm,
notifications, about how many devices you could use to log in, about how many like
okay.
people you need to verify yourself to get inside. So I think
Mm-hmm,
that's okay. I think today we might as well make
mm-hmm,
it somewhat. I think a lot of the members I think they either missed the luck message or yeah, or I realized that we didn't send it into WeCom fast enough. So I think they might not be
mm-hmm,
coming. But I think today, since both Raj and Javier are here, I think I'll kind of skip the first few parts because I think you guys are up to date on it anyway. But basically for the States, they're still not too keen on like ending the rate hikes. So it might continue a few months. And then for China, um they're experiencing like one of the first um like slowing like faltering in its recovery. So the biggest news was that China cut both its long term and medium term. So I think both LPR and the MLF, yeah, they cut their lending rates to hopefully stimulate the economy. And then they're very likely to offer some kind of consumption subsidy, some kind of stimulus. So likely through like consumption voucher, something like that. Yeah. So we could be looking at better results from like I don't know any sort of like e-commerce maybe. But yeah, but that's like a more general across the industry thing. So it doesn't mean that yeah, like we had the discussion about earlier. But in general, but yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things to happen, I think, a week ago. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's still, I don't know, nothing huge has changed, I think, for especially since we're looking at cloud and EV. Um Okay, I think for today, yeah, for Baba, I think if you guys want to keep looking at it, these are some points that you could look at. But basically, whatever we do, we definitely need more research. So I think we can't stop at where we started, where we have a initial memo that kind of checks off all the boxes, and then we sort of leave it there. I think, um, like the theme for China is still the same. It's still trying to recover from COVID. It's still in its hot mess with the States. It's still trying to be self-reliant. It's still trying to push for innovation and like high-end tech. So I think the cloud industry is still changing. It's like customers are still changing. So I think we need to build our research on that if we want to be more certain about our forecasts. Does that make sense?
yes, Rebecca.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think Raj, it'd be helpful if you could get um things down 11 and actually Nick as well. Nick, if you're interested in
Mm-hmm.
Baba, if you're not working on anything else under Marito, you could also help, because I feel like since we already have about 15% and we might be looking to increase our holdings, like we need to know what we're buying into. And I think since the long-term narrative hasn't changed, like we still want to kind of know a bit more about um the tech side of things, even though I know that we're none of us are super like IT specialists, but just to kind of get a better idea of what's happening in the industry, what the key players have been doing since we've bought it in March. Yeah, and then kind of see what kind of valuation would be a good, because I have no idea what it's gonna IPO at, honestly. And then like once we get that figure, it's also good if we can already have a range that we feel is comfortable, so that at least we know what to do. Yeah. So I think, Raj, I need your help with that, to kind of just um get people to start writing, start like figuring out what the questions are. Because right now these are also just suggestions from me. um you could feel that there's more important things to look at, or we might not know what to look at yet. Like it might just come up when we read more. But I think we have to get this started, if especially if we're looking to um buy more. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So but
Yeah.
that's only for Baba. For BYD, okay, good, I have Javier here. So actually last week I called some of your members, but I think they're not super up to date on BYD. I think they pitched like other ideas, and then I asked them a bit more about what was on the pipeline. But for BYD, I wanted to talk to you first today. So yes, actually similar things with Baba. I know that recently like Tesla started off this like price war thing last year, and then basically like it's been kind of impacting like how the Chinese EV makers have been pricing their cars. So I think recently BYD just had a really good month, I think in May. Yeah, and then I think they're slowly coming off of the discounts. And I think there's something happening there. We need to have some sort of update on BYD as well. So I know that you just gave us like a few months ago the initial memo. I think just for like the portfolio's sake, and also just to kind of have a good update of um because it's quite a big chunk of our portfolio now that they've changed the overall holdings. Yeah, so something like that. I'm not sure. Javid, could you update me on what exactly everybody is kind of looking at in spring right now?
Uh, yeah, okay. So, um, I think we had some discussions on like looking at B2B tech names, so like advertising.
Okay.
I'm not sure if yeah, I'm not sure if they have landed at us on a specific name, or we are still like looking through the industry and stuff. But there was one area that uh yeah, the girls were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I was looking more on like some consumer names or even some financial names after like the whole financial crisis or like pseudo crisis thing happened. I think a lot of these stocks have dropped. Some have came back, some have not. But I think there could be some opportunities there. And I'm not just talking about banks, but also like brokerages. So
Is
like
this in the
if
States?
broker. Sorry.
In the States?
Uh I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific in the specific geography.
Oh,
So
okay.
like even like a tiger broker, this kind of name.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
I was thinking that these could be decent additions to the portfolio because this kind of be like higher beta exposure to like a stronger market. And as they begin to cut rates, I expect that like equity markets will start looking more attractive, and there'll be like higher
Uh,
activity on these kind
yeah,
of apps.
okay.
And a lot of these apps, like how they make money is either by a thick rate or by a fixed fee. So like as long as you have orders coming in, whether it's like buy or sell, you'll still make money.
Money, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's both defensive and it's also like the high beta exposure, as I said, to the stronger market. So I think these kind of names uh can be good to consider, but I think I'll need to look into that a bit more. Another name I was looking at was also Nintendo because of the recent like popularity of the Super Mario movie. The stock actually went up quite a lot, and this isn't just like a pure sentiment thing, like, oh, people like the movie, so they buy the stock. But the underlying reason is that Nintendo, for a long time, uh, I think it's just their culture, right? That they didn't want to monetize their IP. So like their mindset is just that, oh, we are a gaming company, so they just keep producing their Switches and their games. But recently uh they have started to be more open to the idea of monetizing their IP. And I read that the Mario movie actually generated 1 billion USD of revenue for them, and their total revenue last year was 15 billion. So this is just off one movie, and if they are able to ramp up the monetization of their IP, I think this could be quite a huge growth area. I think the main problem is just that it's quite hard to like uh model how they do this kind of thing, because we don't really have
Any
visibility on
new
the
business?
pipeline
Yeah.
also.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think just valuing the core business alone, like their Switch, and like I think they're gonna release a new console probably sometime next year or early 2025, something like that. Yeah, if we do some projections and like make some assumptions on like how many units they can actually sell, I think there is upside to the business. But
Okay.
again, we need to dig deeper on that. Yeah.
Okay, as of now, do you have like more details on what exactly caused this sudden shift in mindset? Like from
Uh,
we are a gaming company, we don't do
I'm
like
not sure.
media, and then
Uh,
suddenly, okay, it could be helpful if you could gather a little bit more evidence. I know that maybe it's a bit scarce out there because I guess everyone is just taking this as a signal, and there might not be too much. But like, could you like check out just to like cover our bases, see if like it could be something more long term because like management has, I don't know, changed. Have they like changed some people around, or is there
mm,
any sort of
I don't
indication
think there was management shifts,
it wasn't?
and like if if you want to look at what management is saying, you probably need to wait for like the next earnings. I
Okay.
don't think they have like earnings calls, so I don't really, yeah, there's no like transcripts or anything. So
Mm.
I need to go and find
Okay, it's a very
yeah,
interesting
like
idea because I like this kind of campaign. I think a long
yeah.
time ago, the club used to look at Disney, and then they were
Oh,
like
this
very into like IP and how you can like sort of drive it across different business segments. Yeah,
mm,
but this is a very interesting idea. Yeah, but then yeah, in this case, I guess just keep a lookout for any new news that pops up, and hopefully we can find a way to still base most of the valuation on what we have already, but then hopefully this can be a nice potential
uh, yeah, so
opportunity.
the
Yeah.
monetization of IP thing was actually from a broker that I spoke to. I think it was like Morgan Stanley or something, like
Oh,
from
okay.
they say like, oh, this is like one of my top ideas. And being the brokers, they probably get to speak with the management. It's just like about how much you want to trust them, lah, huh? So
Got it. Okay.
I mean, the best there for now.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so basically I think who else is in spring? Eugene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what he's
Getting on
looking
a
at?
flight soon. I think he recently did Costco for his memo, and I think he was working. He was spending some time on that. So I don't know if he was covering other stuff.
Okay, Costco is good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess you can just talk to him about that, and then just kind of make sure that like whatever you guys are working on, like even if you guys don't follow through it completely, like at least
Mm.
if you write down anything, you can just share it, like for you guys to look back on, for the new members to look back on, or just in case it ever drops into a range that we like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I think like a
Sure.
lot of the times it's just like we are just reading, but never write anything down. So there's not much to submit also.
Oh, okay. If you guys
Yeah.
come across any like nice articles, I guess you could also share it. But yeah, like
Yeah. Okay.
balance between
Mm.
sharing everything and also like yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. I
Yeah.
think for basically like new ideas, I know it's a interesting process. Like there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of deliberation, there's a lot of trying to see what's happening to the price even as we're looking at it. But I think for at least for what we have now, so at least for Baba and BYD, if we could also get at least one or two people to work on that at this time as well. Yeah, just to like nothing too like crazy. I think especially after we've bought it, like if nothing materially changes the original outlook, then it's mostly about just keeping ourselves up to date and kind of making sure that that information is available to everybody.
For BYD, the business
Yeah.
segments, what you want to know?
I guess I don't know. I just like put some stuff here in general, but like it's just for you guys to potentially dive in on in case like there's anything interesting in either one, or like I think any point that was already in the initial memo, like if there's a way to like elaborate it or like try and see if there's some sort of new information that's come up on it since then. Yeah, something like that. I mean, not everything here has been stuff that hasn't been covered, but I don't know. I just wanted to like give you guys at least a few different segments in case you guys wanted to split work that way. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think the business segments and the supply chain were covered
Mm-hmm.
pretty comprehensively, and I don't think like whatever I say will affect our investment. But I think like the thing to update on would be the comparative dynamics. Yeah, I guess that's worth like talking about. So I can probably share about that next session.
Okay, yeah. I think the key thing is just to make sure that basically we always have about 4 weeks in between our meetings. So for Raj and Javier, it'll be helpful if we can maybe call like in between those two meet points. So like something like the second week, second weekend. Or if you guys really have
Yeah.
time, like if you're like interning or if you're busy like with the company like Rogers, like at least drop me like a quick message with like just let me know
Mhm.
that everybody is engaged, nobody is like feeling like they have nothing to do or they don't know what to look at or they're like lost. Something like that. Just to make sure that like, we can take care of everybody. Yeah.
Sure, Rebecca. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's all, yeah, for today. Yeah, sorry that it wasn't the longest meeting and we didn't really cover anything that was, like end stage by itself. But yeah, hopefully at least I gave you a clear idea of what we might want to prioritize at the moment. Yeah, and then at least I've heard more from you guys about what exactly you guys are looking at. But yeah, yeah, that's actually all for today. Do you guys have any more questions for me? I think one last thing is just to make sure that get everybody a quick reminder that technically our deadline for the memo is 30th. But I think maybe like another week or so is okay. But I guess just to make sure that all of your members, so like check with your members, whoever hasn't gotten the first draft out yet, can just like send a quick draft. I think Shinya is quite okay with like just a 1 pager, 2 pager. Yeah, and but at least like get the idea out, like think more about something that you might want to cover in the second half of the year as well. And then just make sure that all of your members are on the ball with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, Rebecca.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Sorry, can I just check, right?
Yeah.
Can I confirm whether we have access to India market or don't have?
I don't think so. I think I
Oh,
called
okay.
Shinya the other day and he said there's some difficulties.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure why. Have you all used Interactive Brokers before? I
No,
thought we'd
it's not
have
really
like
about the broker's
about
platform, but
it's
there's
about
some like
our
requirement, I think in terms
oh,
of like net worth, and either by net worth or you must be like a India citizen.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then I
something
don't
like
think
that.
so. I think the general idea was that Shinya was telling me was that not probably not. I'm guessing that he's also still looking at a way to get there, but I think what would motivate him further would be that if we had an idea ready to go.
I do have ideas because I work quite actively with India market, but
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, if we don't have access, then
Ready
there's
to
no point.
go, but like
Yeah.
study like enough interest in the company to continue research, then maybe he might be more motivated to figure out a way. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay. I will also like talk about it with him. I think he's in Singapore until the end of the month. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
tell him like if we do have access to India, then I can give some ideas. If not,
okay.
never mind.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Any more questions for me for the other teams or Anything you want me to know about the members? Okay, if not, then
No, Rebecca, that's it.
that's it. Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you guys for your time.
Yep.
I'll
Thanks.
see the PMs in 2 weeks. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye, Rebecca. Take care.
Bye.